between the Washington Commanders and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. That's complete to Turner. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down. 3rd down. Sometimes you're trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. now back to the ground with Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Prescott, he'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
Hold it ready.
First carry here for Robinson. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 9 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Ready.
They're going to try and throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st and 10, McClendon got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on 1st down. McClendon going right back to Dotson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw on second down. McClendon. He's got it. And the Commanders are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Okay, ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Steps away to it. Oh, Prescott stripped. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Robinson on a give right side. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw.
Touchdown, Washington. Jonnu Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Elliott running left to about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Again, it's Elliott, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
This path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Titans get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Treylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Commanders preparing for their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, McClendon. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards the pickup there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McClendon. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, McClendon. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Off the play fake, McClendon. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, McClendon. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Prescott on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
To the air again, Prescott.
It's complete, Burks. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is indeed good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
First down,
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. McClendon. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down, Elliott. And he's got some space here. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Inside give to Elliott. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 26. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! A great play there. 26 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result in the end, the Titans touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looking to throw on second down. McClendon. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. McClendon. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And it'll be Titan football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Chase Young, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott now. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Prescott. On the out route, he's got Burks. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Elliott, and he gets it down to the 32. 93 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
A give to Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Prescott. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cole Turner, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance They needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McClendon, and that one going to come up short. Low throw. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And that will force a turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. That one goes for 8 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The first down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A handoff left, Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now here's Burks on the jet sweep.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Traylon Burks,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Washington offense back out there. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
On 1st down, McClendon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Looking to throw. McClendon complete. Smith has it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. McClendon. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So Dak Prescott on the offense. Down by a field goal, 40 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Here's Prescott. Finding Pittman.
And some room to roam now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you, because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out out there set and ready for this next drive. The Washington offense.
Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Throwing to start the drive. McClendon. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. McClendon. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw on 3rd down. McClendon. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And he finds McLaurin. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Straight ahead, it's right.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, McClendon slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way.